Hello everyone, Dervla here, and today I am coming in doing a post about getting back on track. And literally I got an intuitive nudge this morning. This morning is one of the first mornings in a number of weeks where I'm getting back into the zone of business and getting back on track myself. So I thought, well, why not go and do a live stream? Maybe there are other people who might like to join me in some free tapping and whatever intuitive guidance comes through me. Literally, this is off the cuff. And I have been off, I pretty much have most of the summer off by choice, and I've been blessed that I've been in a position to do that. And I noticed over that period of time that some unhealthy eating, not hugely, but nonetheless, I was eating foods that I know are not healthy for my body. I wasn't exercising enough, and I had gone off track with some of my own health and well-being practices. So this morning it's really about, okay, it's time, Dervla, to get back on track. And I thought, why not come on and just talk about this and do some tapping intuitively that might support you. So if you do find this useful, please comment, please like, please share it with your friends, because there's been a lot of shifts in energy recently, and you know, we've had the summertime, we've had some restrictions. I'm not going to go too much into that, but you may find that you've been off track maybe for a few days, for a few weeks, for a few months, and that coming into September is a great time because it's almost like another reset time. Children are going back to school and we go into a different routine, a different zone because the weather is changing and all of that. So I'm just going to talk briefly about going off track, and it's, you know, I think it's nothing to beat ourselves up about. You know, we're human, we're perfectly imperfect. And most of the time I eat healthy. However, over the last few weeks, I noticed I was eating, you know, it's summertime, so we can say, oh, sure, it's summertime. It's okay for me to eat the ice cream. We're on holidays, because we might have positive associations of memories of summers when we were children. Oh, we loved the ice cream. We loved the candy floss. We loved the sweets, whatever, and the sweets and the treats. And they're all wonderful. However, they're not good for our health. And we know this logically, but sometimes we just need a little bit of support to get back on track. So why am I doing this impromptu? Because literally, as I said earlier, I'm doing this myself. And I thought, well, what a better way to share this and share something that's going to benefit others as well. So I'm literally intuitively got a download only this morning as I was getting ready. I was like, oh, I felt a bit sluggish, I felt a bit slow, but at the same time, underneath that, there was an excitement of getting back into a routine, getting back on track with attracting clients and with working with clients again. So all of this impacts our energy, and everything is energy. So it impacts the way we show up, it impacts the way we feel, it impacts the way we interact with people, it impacts on our relationships, it impacts on our business or our career, our family life. It impacts the whole shebang. Now, you may notice that you've gone off track, and it may be for different reasons. You might have gone off track like me. Maybe you've just had some summertime off and now you want to get back, and you want to get back on track. And this can apply to whether it's eating, whether it's exercise, whether it's a spiritual practice, whether it's you know, your walk, whether it's your sleep, whatever it is. You know, I'm speaking quite generally at the moment. So, and having a routine is good for us because us humans like a routine. And some of us thrive more on more stricter routines than others. I personally like to have a little bit of flexibility because that suits me. However, I also know that having an evening routine, eating more healthier, definitely impacts me and my energy levels, because as a highly sensitive, empathic being, I know if I go off track, which I have done, I'd say maybe on a scale of, so maybe check in on a scale of 0 to 100%. And I'm going to talk about food today because that's the first thing that I tapped on this morning as I was starting my day. So check in. Have you gone off track in your eating habits and behaviour recently? So on a scale of 0 to 100%, how much have you gone off track? Is it 10%? Is it 20%? Is it higher? And this is not about beating yourself up. This is about, as I say, you know, tapping into the truth, speaking the truth, because if you're sticking your head in the sand and if you're in that ostrich syndrome energy, well, the only person that you're fooling is yourself. And it doesn't matter what other people are doing around you. So if everybody around you is eating left, right and centre, eating junk food, that can have a negative impact on you. But what I want you to do is call back your power, stand in your own energy system, stay in your own lane, stay in your own game and get back on track with me. And if you are interested in joining me for more of these live streams, just say, yes, I'm interested in the comments, or yes to getting back on track, because I am going into a health upgrade now for the next few weeks, and I will be feeling drawn maybe to share what shows up for me. And of course, not always necessarily, but sometimes, and in my experience, resistance can show in because it can feel hard, it can feel like a challenge, and it can feel easier to kind of put that chocolate in our mouths than to cook a healthy meal. It can feel easier to, you know, just have some of those comfort foods in the evening, even though we know that maybe they're putting on extra weight, maybe your energy is being depleted, maybe your mood has been affected. And, you know, there's all of this stuff impacts our body, impacts the organs of our body, it impacts our brain, it impacts the way we function and the way we show up in life. So who doesn't want to be filled with health and vitality? And does it happen in, 30 minutes? More than likely not. It's an ongoing habit, it's an ongoing behaviours that we want to bring into our life. So that's the journey I'm on. So if you're interested in joining me, just say yes in the comments below. So, and you may be somebody who's had an illness recently, whether it's a short-term illness or it's a long-term illness, and maybe you've been comfort eating, maybe you've been feeling sorry for yourself, maybe you've gone off track with healthy eating, maybe you know that you've high cholesterol or that your blood pressure is a bit high, or that you have maybe, like myself, you've experienced chronic fatigue, maybe you've autoimmune disorders, and you know that maybe eating gluten and eating sugar and dairy are not good for you, but you continue to do so. And then what happens is we beat ourselves up saying, I know this stuff is not good for me. Why am I continuing to do so? So it's subconscious drivers. It can be something in your childhood. It can be something going back. It can be something 5 years ago. It can be something 5 weeks ago that just triggers this behavior in you. Okay? So again, let's put all of that in the pot and let's set the intention that we're going to get back on track. And we're going to do with loving consciousness. There's no beating ourselves up around the bush. It doesn't matter. And I know myself, okay, while I might not have put on a stone or whatever, I know there's a few pounds of belly fat around me that are not serving me because I'm a petite lady, and a few pounds on me can look the equivalent of a stone on somebody else. So it is, and it's not even necessarily about that, but it's about how we feel. So if having some excess weight on your body is causing you to bring in that critical voice that say, oh, there you go again, you've the muffin top hanging over your jeans and your tops don't fit you right. Of course, these things impact us, and it's not to minimize them. And we can go into this what's the word, a denial energy, and kind of so, oh sure, yeah, there are people a lot worse off than me. And yes, of course, that is possibly true. However, negating what is going on in your own energy field is really like you are abandoning yourself, you're letting yourself down, you're not functioning to your highest capacity. I know I have not yet reached my full potential in my fitness levels, in my health levels, in my business levels. So I continue to grow and evolve because that's what I've signed up for, and that's what I'm here to help people with. So checking in on a scale of 0 to 100% again, no judgment here. What percentage do you feel you've gone off track? And post the percentage in the comments below. And let's keep the energy moving. Okay. So again, what we want to do is we want to set an intention of how, and choose one behavior, one habit that you want to shift. So today I'm going to talk about healthy eating. So choose one thing and decide that you are going to commit to it 100%. And notice if there's any resistance. Notice what monkey mind thoughts, what monkey mind feelings, what excuses are you coming up with? You might say, oh, well, I can't do it today because I have to go to town and have to get healthier food. We have a choice in any given moment what food we take into our hands, what we put into our mouths. We have a choice to actually stand in our power, create healthy boundaries around food and say yes to the healthier foods and say no thank you to the foods that deplete our energy. And you may or you may not be aware of what foods actually deplete your energy. Now, if you want to go into this in more depth, you can private message me, we can work one-to-one on it, or you can join me in my private group, Sacred Simplicity, where I have recordings on body image and eating, and basically it's really about thriving and creating a life that you love. If that's something that you want to find out a little bit more about, private message me, we can have a chat. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause. I'm going to take a breath. Now, before we begin any tapping, please do take full responsibility for your own health and well-being. Have a pen and paper handy, noticing what comes up for you. Have some water handy. Keep your body hydrated. Keep your body moving. Energy likes to move, because I know when I eat unhealthy foods, and if I do it over a few days, my body starts to feel quite sluggish. I start to feel more tired in myself. And of course, then I don't want to go for a walk, then I don't want to exercise. And it's like this vicious cycle, we're going around in circles. So let's break the cycle, let's get back on track, and let's get you moving forward. And again, unconscious, unhealthy eating can, there can be emotional drivers, stress, anxiety, fears, limiting beliefs underneath all of that as well. So I've no idea what's going to come out of my mouth. I'm going to do some tapping intuitively. If you're new to tapping, you can pause this video and you can go to my the videos on the top of this Facebook page, or you can go to my YouTube channel, Dervla Clark, and you can check out the introduction to EFT there, Emotional Freedom Techniques, also known as tapping. So this is what I'm going to focus on in this video here today. And of course, I'm not going to be able to cover everything in the short time that I have, but over the next while, I'm going to be doing some more inspiring videos to support you on your journey of getting back on track. So, taking full responsibility for your health and well-being. If strong memories or emotions do show up, please reach out to myself or another qualified practitioner to support you, because we are here to get support, and the more support we get, the easier our journey becomes. No man is an island. We're not meant to be here on this earth and do everything ourselves. We have community around us, and it's very important that we use and avail of that supportive energy. Okay, so sitting comfortably on the chair or standing, wherever you are, turn off all distractions. No excuses now. We want you to be fully committed to yourself. Like, how serious are you about getting back on track? Are you thinking, yeah, that's fine. Nah, that's okay, I'll do it for... No. I want you to become fully committed to yourself. We're great at giving to everybody else. It's time to give to you, unapologetically. And your body will thank you for it. Okay, I could talk forever when I get into this zone. Okay, so feet on the floor. And before we begin, I just want you to imagine that there's thick, strong roots coming from the soles of your feet, because I want you to be grounded. I want you to feel connected to Mother Earth as we're doing this energy healing, this tapping, and whatever else wants to come through me. And just take a deep breath in through your nose and blow it out through your nose. And just take 2 more breaths in. We take the breath in through the nose and we blow out to the nose. We'll do that just for counts of 4, just for simplicity for today. So breathing in. And let me know in the comments below. Say hi. I'm not seeing any comments at the moment, but I shall read them later and respond if I don't see them. on the phone. Okay, so one last breath and smile as we're breathing this one in. Breathe in. And just on the exhale, just make noise. Okay, so just roll your shoulders back. Just roll your shoulders back, and I just want you to touch your body. Just want you to feel more grounded. So, tapping on the side of the hand, karate chop point. And I want you to rate on a scale of 0 to 10. And we're talking about food today. Eating unhealthy food, whether that's been ice cream, whether it's been, too much carbs, too much sugar, chocolate, whatever your thing is. You know it well. Okay, so no denial here. So let's tap on the truth. Okay, even though, and I'm going to assume that it's the number 10 that we've gone off track, just for the purposes of tapping here today, even though I've gone off track in my eating habits, and it's a number 10 off track. I've really taken a detour over the last few weeks. I choose to honour and accept all of me anyway. Even though I haven't been eating as healthily as I wanted to or as I could over the past while, I choose to get back on track right now. I deeply and completely love, honour, accept, and forgive myself for feeding my body foods that are not for my highest health and vitality. Even though I've been struggling to eat healthily lately, it's summertime. The temptation for ice cream, for cakes, for sweets, when I'm out and about, now that I can eat outside and I can eat more meals away from home, I choose to make more healthy choices. I deeply and completely love, honour and accept all of me. So taking a deep breath in, letting it go. So notice if anything has come up around that. So tapping through the eyebrow point. This unhealthy eating pattern, it started a while ago. It's a pattern that I stop and start with. Sometimes I'm great and I eat really healthily, and other times I go off track. And I notice when I go off track, it's not just one meal. It goes from one treat to another to another. This vicious cycle. When the sugar reaches my taste buds, or that ice cream reaches my taste buds, I want more. Because that's the way those products are designed. To ignite those taste buds, the flavour on my tongue, so that I want more. And of course then I can't resist and I eat more. And then I enjoy it and it feels good in the moment. But I also notice that a few moments later I beat myself up and I say, why did you eat that? I'm feeling unwell. I'm feeling nauseous. I'm feeling bloated. I don't want to be eating this stuff. Yes, I do. No, I don't. All of this conflict within me to eat these treats, even though I know they are not healthy for my body. But what if I can let myself off the hook now and forgive myself for whatever I've done in the past and choose to make a more conscious decision? I choose to make a more healthy choices so that I'm filled with health and vitality each and every meal, moment by moment, day by day. It doesn't have to be hard. I release and let go all stories in my mind that this is too hard, that there's no point because I've done it before and I failed. I've gone off track before. It's a habit, so why bother? So I just keep eating the sugar and the dairy and the stuff that doesn't do me any good. But I know that I have excess weight that maybe I don't like on my body. And then I criticize her even more for the lumps and the bumps and the muffin tops because I'm not fitting into my clothes the way I want. And then I go into a downward spiral and I just eat more junk food to help me in the moment to feel better. And the cycle continues. And then I move into feeling more tired, more anxious, more self critical, comparing myself to others, telling myself my body is not as good as somebody else's. Well, the only body who I need to be interested in is mine, because I've chosen her, and I choose to love and respect her more and more each day. And I choose healthy foods from this moment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. So taking a deep breath in and blowing it out. And just notice where you're breathing. Are you breathing from your chest, or you're breathing from your rib cage, from your abdomen? We want to be breathing lower down. So just gently, not forcing, not pushing, gently does it. And again, this is all about being gentle on ourselves in getting back on track and doing the habits. And for me, small incremental changes over time make a big difference. So listen to what your body wants. I encourage you to tune in now and notice how you feel. Check in the number that you had at the beginning of this tapping. Has it gone down? What has shifted? Have any particular memories, have any particular thoughts about yourself come in? Have any particular comments from other people come in? Do you feel under pressure? Do you compare yourself? What's showing up? And I really encourage you to post in the comments below. I will download this and upload it onto my YouTube channel as well, so that you can have it for easy reference. But this really is about taking responsibility for ourselves, because the only people who put the food in our mouths, unless we're a newborn baby or a toddler, is ourselves. So it's our responsibility to take action, to get back in the zone, to say no to the foods that we know are depleting our energy, that are putting on the extra pounds, because we know, and there's scientific evidence out there to suggest that sugar is like cocaine. It lights up the same part of our brain. It is super addictive. Super addictive. How many billions are spent on sugary products each and every year? And we have healthy alternatives to make. So, and if you want to get support in doing that, reach out. Checking in now. What has shown up for you? Has your number reduced? How are you feeling? Are you feeling calmer, more relaxed? Are you feeling more enthusiastic about getting back on track? What's showing up for you? So I'm going to do one more round. Even though, if I cut out the foods that I know are not good for me, I might feel deprived. I might feel hungry. I might feel irritable. I might feel like I can never have something that feels like a treat again. But I wonder if that's just a BS story that I'm telling myself. There are so many healthy versions of treats that I can choose to eat and make at any time. Even though there's a voice inside my head that has been super critical about myself, critical about the way my body looks, critical about the food that I have eaten. How could I let myself go? How could I let myself not eat the foods that I know are healthier for my body? How could I abandon myself and let myself down in this way? What's in the past is in the past. And any old triggers and behaviours, I choose to look at them and release them now. And if I need help one-to-one, I choose to reach out and get that support now. I deeply and completely honour all of me. I'm tapping through the points. Now, you notice I do things, some of the setup statements that we call on this are longer than others. That's okay. It's about tapping on the truth. You can't do this wrong. Tap on the truth. Okay. I might feel deprived. I don't like letting go of my sweet treats. I don't like letting go of, and for me, it's some of the breads I know don't suit me. And I ate some the other day and it was delicious while I was eating it, but I felt a bit bloated. So I choose to stop eating foods that make me feel less than energized. I choose to notice how my body reacts when I eat certain foods. I choose to stop eating foods that bloat my body, that swell me up, that put on unnecessary pounds on my body, that prevent me from having the energy and the stamina to show up and exercise. And I choose to move my body more too. And I choose to keep hydrated and drink plenty of water and give thanks for my body exactly as she is right now, knowing that I can increase my health and vitality, and it's all down to me. So I choose to invite the healthy version of me who already exists to work with me, subconsciously and consciously, so that we get together and that we create the healthiest, most vibrant, most fun-loving, energized body that I have ever had, no matter what age I am, because I'm never too old to start a new program in my mind, body and spirit. And I choose now to take full responsibility and commit to looking after me, and I choose healthy foods today. And I choose to notice when my body craves certain foods, and I can look at that as a prompt for my body, telling me there's something that needs attention. What am I craving? Am I craving support? Am I craving love? Am I craving companionship, physical touch? What is it that these foods give me? Do they represent some emotion for me? I choose to become more and more aware each and every day. But for now, for each and every meal, I notice and I choose to make a healthy choice and know that my body, my mind, and my spirit, and everyone around me will benefit from my healthy choices. And I might even inspire others to join me on the journey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. Another breath in. Okay, well done on keeping the tapping going. Again, I want you to notice when you checked after your second round, what's the difference? Has your number reduced? We started off, using the prompts as a 10. So what is your number now? Post it in the comments below. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling lighter, and I'm certainly feeling committed to letting go of the patterns that have crept in over the last few weeks. So that's all I'm going to do for today on this. I could go on, but I don't want to keep you too long, and I want you to integrate this tapping that we've done today. Let me know in the comments below how you found this. Has this supported you? Share it if you know there are other women, yes, men too, but primarily my audience is women. And again, particularly, I just want to say that if you are a sensitive, empathic being, we can absorb energies around us. And what that can do is it can put us into a negative spin energetically. And in order to soothe ourselves, it's like a child soothing themselves. And again, this can go back to our inner child. Notice what goes on. And if you want further support, deeper support in looking at these triggers, in looking at why maybe you're continue to soothe yourself through foods that you know are not healthy for you, then reach out, private message me, and let's chat. And there's plenty of support out there, but it is about getting the support that you require. So let me know, has this supported you? Are you interested in me doing more live streams like this? Post in the comments below. And if you are interested in finding out more about how I work, I'm going to share my website link, www.dervalaclark.com, underneath this live stream, and you can reach out and message me if you're feeling called to. Okay, so take care, have an amazing day, choose you, choose health, choose vitality. Remember, everything is energy. Your energy tells a story, So what story is your energy currently telling? What are you vibrating out into the world? Can it be improved? My guess is it can. We can always improve. We can always up level. So I'm on a health upgrade, and let me know if you have enjoyed this. Okay, take care. Bye for now.